Reddit stories.
Is cheating a kind of fetish or something? I feel like this could be incredibly long, so I'll do my best to keep it short. My boyfriend of 3 years has been cheating on me the entire time. Not every person is a meetup, in fact, most aren't. There are dozens and dozens of girls. I have no idea how many. I'm confused because I've told him he can do as he pleases as long as he lets me know. It's something he's doing and that he's safe about it. I'm not sure if I'm poly, but I would be down as heck to try and find out. I understand that no one person can give you everything. He chose to hide everything and make it disgusting. The way he talked to those girls made me feel sick. He offered to do them behind dumpsters and other weirdly degrading places. None of it was genuine. None of it was a love interest. He never had a real conversation with anyone. He was pushy about sex and sounded kind of rapey, which he has never in a million years tried to do to me. He's the complete opposite around me. We almost never have sex despite my offering or instigation. He doesn't want to try anything new. We hang out, we cuddle, we talk. He also refuses to be anything less than we are now. I've said we could be roommates. We could be friends. We could be sex buddies. I care about him in a way that I sincerely want him to have what he needs from a relationship, even if it isn't with me, but I don't understand the constant seeking of other women. If he won't even consider leaving me, is it possible that he's fetishizing anonymous sex? I've been in enough half-assed relationships where I would have noticed a genuine disinterested in our relationship. Maybe he's confusing friendship for love, I'm not sure. Any kind of clarity or advice would be nice. I've never been cheated on or seen someone like this before. I don't want to make it work with him. I would just like a better understanding or perspective, so I can better catch these things in later relationships.
Reddit stories.
Sort of more of an addiction. It usually comes from a selfish need for external validation. It's rarely ever just the sex, because you are going to a better and more safe sex with a long-term partner. If you can communicate your needs effectively, it's about insecurity, or escapism, or hedonism. The rush, selfishness, or trauma, one of these definitely. It can be any variation or synonymous reasoning, but it's rarely one that's communicated or handled effectively, or there wouldn't be infidelity in the first place. That, and the cheater needs to begin to break from reality a bit to begin cheating. Mentally rewriting history, the "it's been bad for months or years" bit they blindside with that almost all cheaters instinctively turn to. Willingness to lie or spite their partner. The justifications they tell in the meantime to keep them from having a breakdown over morality. Almost all cheaters who have come away from their ability to cheat say they were in something trance-like or felt liminal, like they weren't really living real life. It's definitely something akin to a mismanaged addiction, and it invariably only ruins their life over something they aren't ready to confront. It's easier to blame your spouse or escape from whatever else is the problem than confront your demons. So, until they're ready to do so, most likely never, they'll use infidelity as a coping mechanism, and it's anyone else's fault.
Reddit stories.
That sounds exactly like him. He says he doesn't know why he does it, and I sincerely believe him. I know I can't fix that stuff for him though, but this makes sense. Even the lies he tells himself to justify it so he doesn't feel bad. It sounds just like my aunt with her drug addiction. Not like people I've known who just didn't want to be with someone and were seeking others before leaving. Thank you for taking the time to write that out so clearly for me. It helps me significantly.
Reddit stories.
My husband was like this too. I don't know how rapey he was with women, but he had sex with women he hated and who were horrible, ugly people in every way. I don't know, I would like to understand as well. I spent a decade with this person before discovery. And the mystery of this personality structure is nothing compared to the mystery of what it did to my psyche to be on the light or blind side of this kind of darkness. Something about compartmentalization seems to apply. But I don't understand how people can fail to see the holistic impacts of their behaviors. We don't talk about these kinds of people who have starkly compartmentalized realities as mentally ill to the degree that we should. It's an absolutely hysterical and dangerous psychosis which drives this sort of split behavior.
Reddit stories.
Another problem I see with the multi-partner generation is that when you treat your sexuality like it's just another bodily function, this is the result. When you don't know the difference between sleeping with someone you love and just sleeping with someone, you are probably doomed to a lifetime of 2-year relationships, and especially when the infatuation period is over. So you ask if it is possible that he is fetishizing anonymous sex. Absolutely. It sounds like he doesn't have a clue about commitment, let alone fidelity.
Reddit stories.
Not really a fetish. It's closer to an addiction, especially when it's serial like this. They're looking for new sexual experiences. That's easy to understand from the point of view of a guy in a monogamous relationship. And I would guess it's not that hard to imagine for a girl, just never been there. He wants to get the validation and sexual jollies that come with a brand new first hookup. And he has developed that into a habit. If you are thinking of staying, be aware that it will happen again. If you want an open relationship, that's fine. But don't think for a moment that he's about to change lanes on a dime. He does need to talk about it. It sounds like you are open to the discussion. But he has to open up, or it's just a house of cards. Can't have a good relationship built on lies. Even if you're poly, this is not the way. This isn't how poly works. Like the others has said, this could be dangerous.
Reddit stories. That sounds horrible. This is my 2 cents, so take it or leave it. I feel like you gave him the go-ahead. You stated you were fine with him going and having sex with other people as long as he was safe. Why are you calling it cheating? If you're in an open relationship, I feel like that isn't cheating. You may have done it to not lose him, so you wanted to make him happy. Putting your own needs and desires on the back burner. If he isn't interested in having sex with you or giving you what you need, why are you with him? I feel like you have no respect for yourself or low self-esteem. Kick him to the curb. You don't want a disease. Not everyone get HIV, but you can get herpes that last forever. Painful ulcers on your privates that you can pass on to your child during birth. Also, chlamydia and gonorrhea don't always show symptoms, so you can have it for years, thus causing infertility. What do you want in your life? Does this make you happy? If not, leave. There are tons of good guys out there that are amazing. Good luck to you. Reddit stories.
Are you into people who are not into you? And look, I'm not sure, but for me saying, I wouldn't mind being poly. Cause I was broken and didn't truly want to commit to someone. I'm not saying that's the same for everyone. I'm just saying what I figured out about myself.
Why would you want to share anyone? There are enough people in your area for you not to share. Also, he doesn't sound like he really wants a relationship with you. He sounds like he's using you to seem normal cause something is definitely broken and wrong with him. You need to be careful, he gives me possible serial killer vibes. You should work and heal yourself and find out why would you want to stay with someone who clearly isn't into you. Good luck, love yourself. And I pray you find someone who will want you as you want them.
Reddit stories.
I agree with this. This is a relationship of extremes. He is fetishizing you as his savior. Everything that is pure and good is associated with you. He has you on a pedestal, and will not cross lines with you that ordinary relationships would. He views you as something to be cherished and to be that you must remain undefiled. On the flip side is every other woman who deserves to be treated violently, disrespected, and possibly with physical assault of some kind, no doubt verbal assault. The first concern in my mind: what happens to you when you tumble head first off that pedestal? What kind of violence will come of that? Question 2. What kind of sicko treats women this way? A true sicko, that's who. I can't give you a diagnosis. But I can tell you that every psychological thriller begins with this kind of personality. This is terrifying. Get advice immediately on how to leave in the safest possible way, so that you don't wind up injured. Seek out professional advice. You do not want this guy to turn into your stalker. He's very scary.
Reddit stories.